Hello, Adam Rayner, Talk Audio TV. It's getting on for looking like Christmas in this part of the world where I'm filming this, and in here is a whole bunch of goodies. So it's kind of unboxing. I've had a big old delivery from the lovely people at Alpine. So let's see what I've been sent to have a little play with. I kind of know what's in here, but we're going to have a little unbox. And the big story right now, for me, as far as I'm aware, is the X series loudspeakers, which have had, whoop, gosh, fancy dropping that, even under its own weight it would have hurt. Ow, ow, on live video, Adam Rayner impaled himself with a Swiss Army knife. That'd been, yeah, relatively, ooh, yes, there we go. I'm going to put that blade away carefully for anybody who's what's known as acmeophobic, is a bit frightened of getting hurt with the blades. I'll just tear that one. Oh, look at that. Hang on, I've lost my lamp. It's a whole list of stuff. I've got an X802D-U 8-inch screen mechless head unit here. I've got a, sorry, neck. I've got a, just draw attention to it, folks. Lovely, I'm trying to say, I've got a lovely test rig here that I can plug this into and shall, which is going to be its very own video, of course. Ooh, that looks like a cool piece of kit. Get back so the light can see it, because I know in 4K you can read all that with a decent screen. Compatible with Apple CarPlay and Google Android Auto. That's quite an important thing in this day and age. Quite an important thing. It's absolutely bloody crucial in this day and age. But here it is described as an 8-inch advanced Navi station. But you know what? It's not a device for putting discs in anymore. It's got a capacitive touch screen. There's an HDMI input and output on there as well. It's got a CAN interface, which is the one of the digital signal buses that run around your car, so it can climate status and parking assist display on this head unit. Alpine TuneIt app, of course, is the amazing incorporation of what used to be about 900 quid's worth of processor, just included inside the head unit as part of the price. And Alpine Connect for iPhone and Android, USB audio, video playback, FLAC, MP3, WMA, AAC, HE, AAC music playback. What that means is massive resolution digital files. You can play stuff way upstream of what CD could ever do. Easy pan-European guidance with latest iGo Primo next-gen navigation using text-to-speech. And, of course, there's a built-in DAB, DAB+, DMB tuner. Me shucked I'm on. There it is. Okay, that's the head unit. Let's carefully put that down here without bashing the tripod, if I can do that. Then I've got two pairs of loudspeakers here. I've got the S65 in the X series. And I've got the component version of that as well. It's just I've got packaging cascading out everywhere. Here we go. Here we go. Ooh. I do love the back of a set of Alpine loudspeakers for their marvellous set of information. There we go. Into shot. You do get a lot of stuff. I fancy that. I've turned the camera around. I've knocked this thing flying. There's bits of old flipping. The waistcoat goes. And that's what they look like. Rather cool. There's a set of passive, a passive crossover on the way to the tweeter, but there isn't a device actually that filters off specially to the mid-range, because that just rolls its own self off. Now have a little look at the high-res audio logo on that box. That isn't just some proprietary little thing that they've just stuck on it saying, oh, these are really good, which is something other Japanese companies have tended to do. Yeah. Not Alpine, they've never done that. These are certified as high-res audio because of their passband, basically, and the clarity. Bande passante, 55 hertz, so these go down pretty damn well to 50 kilohertz. 50 kilohertz. Now, the considered opinion is that human hearing runs out of any acuity somewhere around, well, 20 at the most. But these two, have a little look at the frequency response on the box. Whoops a little. Can you read that? Yes, impressive. There's been some serious re-engineering going on. There's been a bunch of people reassembled who last worked together on a product called F#1 status, because there was a racing organisation of similar name that didn't want to be have the logo abused as well, but they didn't use the logo, they just liked it. Slithering while I'm unpacking this, but have a little look at this. Ooh. Here we go. The X series in coaxial. Finally, here we go, unboxed. Now that is interesting. For one, the chassis that I'm looking at is cast. The tweeter in there, that's quite a big assembly, isn't it? Check out the suspension on that cone. It's got 1, 2, 3, well, 5 if you count the overall downs and ups. And all of those downs and ups are going in an overall arch. There's going to be a special name for it, a multi-roll top surround, I imagine. Meanwhile, the back of it, it's really quite massy there. Yes, that metal fronty bit is mostly cosmetic, because that is a polymer. Let's get this the right way up. A polymer chassis. Interesting. But it's quite solid. Nice wide voice collar. I don't know if you can just get the light into there. I'm always guilty of moving these things around too damn fast, so I apologise. I'll try to let you have a proper look at the cone, for instance. So let focus good and proper. There's a handsome looking product. Okay, so that's the carefully now. That's the so-called coaxial product. Just going to put the polystyrene back on this and balance them down there. I've got boxes falling all over the place, but as long as the product is secure, this is the key thing. I'll gently lower that in the direction of gravity, and let's have a little look at the X series components. Again with the high-res logo upon them. There's the box and some stuff. Materiel. What we have. Here we go. Here we go. Carefully now. Carefully now. Pretty grills. Nothing terribly fancy by comparison to the ones on the horribly expensive entry level for them. At 170 odd quid a JL audio product, but this is a different piece of kit. Very sort of cutting edge of Japanese speaker tech. The Japanese very keen on kaizen of small improvements. Ooh, now that's a very different looking rear magnet, is it not? That's vented. Oh yeah, you can see. You hold it still for long enough. The other side. That's very pretty, isn't it? Now there's no components to be seen inside the chassis there that you can actually discern. I'm pretty sure you're not being able to see inside that. Not every time I've ever said this on the 4K camera, people have gone, oh, you can if you only hold it long enough. There are two sets of terminals on the back there, because one would be for the incoming speaker cable, and the other one, well, Oopla, here we go. We're going to this here tweeter. Now, unless I'm very much mistaken, and you've just seen the other one, I don't think we are mistaken. That looks to me to be the same tweeter product, except that you mount it coaxially. There's a decent piece of quite stout cable upon it, and it's permanently connected. It's permanently connected. I'm lying. It has a moron-proof disconnect, so that they have different sizes of cable. Am I talking rubbish again here? God, I'm so good at that. Yes, these have colour-coded cables such that you join the stripe cable to the stripe cable, because they are in fact slightly similar size. They are the same size connector there. These, however, yep, are they the same size little spades? They're just for joining to the speaker cable going offwards to talking rubbish again. Oh, so confused due to stupidity. Tweeter goes to box. Feed comes from second set of terminals on loudspeaker, and the main feed into the speaker is just what goes on to the other two terminals. So with this in line, basically giving you lots of distance. Apologies for just gouching out there completely due to stupidity. Some interesting little bits of kit you get in here, amongst other things. Some cable ties. Very thoughtful of Alpine. I'm going to be obviously plugging these in and testing them, and you'll be able to see these, well, pretty much after this video. Well, just as I was putting the crossover away, it opened up in my hand, because of course, like all the best component speaker systems, they're adjustable. This has got an adjustment that's a bit interesting though. You see the little blocks in there? One of those you turn 90 degrees and it reverses the polarity of the tweeter. And the other one is about attenuation of the tweeter, or lack of it. It says plus 3 dB, but of course this being a passive device means that on that position it isn't attenuated at all. In the middle where it's set at the moment, it's deemed to be normal, and you can reduce it a tiny bit. I'm convinced I can hear even a single tweeter in line, so I'm going to set that to plus 3, and we'll see how it sounds. Meanwhile, cute little device. Just a little addendum to the Alpine unboxing. Quite clearly there was mayhem going on and things cascading around my head, but the grills, when you finished installing them, just like the ones from the JL Audio brand, you get to add these gorgeous little logo things last of all. So we'd like a good close look at them in 4K. Ooh, nice.